off, yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
but that's just laziness. Don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's what's happening. You look on his page, he ain't got no words talking about saving all Israelites or something to that thing. Like, nigga, you ain't trying to save all people, man.
My cousin that I was trying to teach, was it last year or something? Like, he was watching me too or something like that. He don't believe. I'm like, that don't make sense. Why would you watch somebody and you don't fully believe in what they talking about?
It don't make sense.
I ain't never done it since I've been in the teach.
Trying to play a role.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna watch IUIC if I don't believe in what they teach.
Yeah.
I watch some of IUIC just to get laughs and to find holes in their doctrine.
Yeah, giggles. Some of the stuff be on point, but for the most part, you can tell it's all for show.
Yeah, man, it's all what they call it, clickbait, stuff like that.
He saw Japanese at one point. He was trying to correct him, and he was like, "Oh, Japanese."
Hell nah, man. Tell the dude that keeps on calling me and giving me friend requests and stuff.
I feel like dudes that fell out or they had a problem, they're gonna try to persecute you or something.
Yeah, that's what.
Demons gonna be on.
That's why I'm like, the spirit's definitely telling me, don't even let that brother come in unless he shows that you probably not.
He gotta prove, I mean, he gotta really, just come. He gotta get rid of all shadow of a doubt that he's not coming carnally, but with all true sincerity. And then that's all I look for in people. You got to come back as a babe.
Yeah.
That's what I look for in people. Are you sincere about learning this, or you just looking for something to make fun of? Because this ain't it.
Yeah, because I was thinking if he did come over and try to come in like the sincere spirit, but then in the back of his mind, he's still believing in that bugged out doctrine. He's still believing and reading in those other books. I'm like, hell no, man. Ain't got time for that.
You got to empty your cup, homie. You can't mix this.
Nah. But shalom. First and foremost, before we begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the boss of the apostles, the boss of the elders, the great millstone, who well and taught us his truth. The boss, man, I messed up the intro. The boss of the apostles and elders, and taught us his truth, and much respect to you brothers out there that preach his word in truth and sincerity. Once say shalom. As me and the brothers was talking, hey, you got to come into this thing as a newborn babe. And if you're into those other books, these other false doctrines, man, get the hell away from us, man. Get the hell away from us. We ain't got time to be babysitting you Israelites, man. All right, you're supposed to pick up your cross and follow YASHARAHLA, whatever you're going through. And also, when you look up, bearing your cross, you can even look it up, how heavy a cross is, man. That each brother has to carry in this world, man. And so, hey, that's why the word says, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So whatever you're going through, hey, you're supposed to endure it, man. You ain't supposed to allow these carnal things to push you out the truth. If you into those other doctrines, these other books, man, get the hell away from us, man. Because I got a dude that keeps calling my phone, keep trying to get into, which I'm about to block him. I think the spirit's gonna hit me. I'm just gonna call him back, and I'm gonna tell him what's up, and then, hey, just block him from then and there, because I ain't got time to be babysitting any Israelites, man. But y'all got any scriptures? Go ahead, brother.
I got one. This is Matthew chapter 7, in verse 21. It says, "Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven." See, going to those other books, those other philosophies, that's not doing the will of the Father, man. Believing that Esau is Jacob, believing that angels had sex with men and fallen angels and all that. Just believing all these other wayward doctrines that you can't eat meat or that it's a sin.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's not a sin, man. You just got demons on you saying stuff like that.
Yeah, I had to get on them about that. Water, brother, I remember that now. Because you can eat meat. Just eating, you're commanded to eat meat on the Passover, man. Yep. And then if you into that, oh, I don't want to eat meat, then don't eat meat for the rest of the year, man. You know, don't push it as a doctrine. You can't be pushing it like that, man. You know, we know, you know, even the elder YASHARAHLA was saying, you know, even he, you know, he doesn't eat a lot of meat, but he knows that he can't push that upon the congregation as doctrine.
Right.
You know, it's all in balance. But when you come in trying to push it as doctrine, that's when you're going off, man. You know. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 3. It says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" Another thing, like when brothers be trying to come together with different camps that have a whole different philosophy or that believe on a different name, how you gonna come together when y'all don't believe? It says, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" So that means you gotta agree on the same thing. It's one body, one spirit, you know, and one everything. Man, that's not no multiple philosophies, multiple truths.
This is Romans 12:1. "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of power, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto power, which is your reasonable service." All right, it's your reasonable service. Whatever, as we was talking earlier, whatever you're going through, man, you're supposed to push through that, bear your cross. All right, whatever the weight that YASHAMIAHLA is giving you, hey, that weight, he's not going to give unto you anything that you cannot bear. All right, so you're supposed to push through that and continue in the faith, continue in this walk. As it says in verse 2, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, and that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of YASHAMIAHLA." Right, as your renewing of the mind. As once again, as we was talking earlier, you know, we ain't got time to be babysitting you Israelites, man. You know, if you're coming in those false doctrines, you're coming in with that Christianity doctrine, man, and you're supposed to come into this as a newborn babe and get your whole slate clean, man.
I got one. This is the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 62. "And Yahweh said unto him, No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh." That's basically it. You got to endure. You got whatever you got going on in your life. You got to balance it. That's called bearing your cross. It's called this. That's when you know your afflictions are. It's when you know what they are. But if you quit, you lost faith. You lost belief, and that's a scary place to be. Woo. I mean, because you don't know how the Lord gonna hit you, when he gonna hit you, where he gonna hit you. You don't know. Ain't no protection for that. So the best thing you want to do, you want to be on the Lord's side. So you bear your cross. You don't care how hard it's gonna get. Look at what the Lord had to go through. He said that these afflictions are light. You just making it hard, and he ain't got time for men like that who makes simple stuff hard. You just got to man up, man. Gird up your loins. That's all it is. Go ahead, bro.
I'm going to go back to what you were talking about all these brothers out here trying to mix these different, we out here trying to mix these different doctrines, man, and we supposed to be speaking one thing and one thing only, and that's according to the scriptures. And I'm going to get 1 Corinthians 1:10. But now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment. So we got to be speaking the same thing, man. We can't be mixing the doctrines, and that's why brothers be getting kicked out. Coming out with these different doctrines. You out here being a blender, man.
A blender.
You here and there.
Wow,
Here and there.
The Lord will break y'all up, man, if you got different doctrines, man. Like the dudes I used to be with, I knew something was gonna happen. I just knew it in the spirit. I knew that we wasn't gonna be together much longer. I just knew. People was believing in different things, and I felt like I could. When a man started losing that spirit of that oil, you can see it.
Yeah, you can. Because they have different spirits. You feel different energies coming from them, and it's not positive, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I felt. And then they want to, act like that you was doing something to them. I wasn't doing nothing to you, or that person wasn't doing nothing to you. It was you. Anytime you see somebody easing into that, I'm finna play the victim card all the time.
they're not right, man, because they don't want to accept responsibility for things that's going on in their life, and that's a childlike mind state. You don't want to deal with people like that because you're gonna always be the fall guy for their misfortune. You know, you don't want nobody on your team that's always playing that victim card. But they don't want to accept responsibility.
It ain't that personal, it's just, you know, rebuke. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's not like brothers want to see brothers fall out or you want to see people destroyed. You know, we want to see brothers make it, but we know every brother's not going to make it. We know that.
As the scriptures say, rebuke is better than secret love, man.
Yep.
You love, if you truly love your brother, you know, you're going to rebuke him, man. You're going to let him know what's up, how to do this, how to do that, man. But, hey, going back to what the brother said, speaking as a you know, childlike state, this is 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. You see that? You know, you come into this thing, you put away those childish things. As a brother brought out, you know, hey, you bearing your cross, man. You're supposed to endure to the end. You know, whatever the Lord has brought unto you, you're supposed to bear it.
Yep. 10 toes down.
Yep. No excuse.
If you fall out, man, you was making things harder than what they needed to be, as my father would say. You know, my father was in the military, so you know, he made sure that it had a structured life, you know, YASHAMIAHLA for that, because, you know, when you come into this thing, you know, it does help you a little bit.
Yeah,
you know, it does help you.
Structure.
Yeah.
You know, give you some integrity.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of different things that help you in this walk. For real.
Yep.
That's why I said, I don't regret going to the Navy, but I never go back.
Yeah.
Because it's a different time now, different people in power, and it's not the same. But the military does provide some guidelines for how to become a man, how to carry your responsibility as a man with no excuse. You ain't looking for excuses on how to get out of not doing something. You looking for how to make it better and how to outdo everybody else. That's what you want. You don't want to look for a reason, well, it look like it might rain today, or I don't have to do a video, I don't have to go to camp. No.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not what we looking for. You want men dedicated, not looking for a reason to get out of doing the work, even though the work is not hard. If you don't know how to do the work, we got you. But if you just choose not to do it because you lazy, we ain't got time for that, man. Mm-hmm. You are not feeding the sheep. You feed the sheep when you want to feed them. You got to feed every day almost. I put up videos almost every day. I repost old videos because they might not have seen it the first time, but they can catch it this time. Stay doing the work. Do the work.
Yep, as the scriptures say, be apt to teach. You know, I had a brother that used to be in this camp, man. I'd be like, hey, brother, just do a 5-minute lesson. I know you young in the street. Just do a 5-minute lesson, man. Made it harder than what it needed to be. Mm-hmm. You could have brought out 2-3 scriptures within that 5 minutes, broke them down, and that's it. You know, the spirit show, I had to eventually kick the brother out because he was making it harder than what he needed to be. You know, man, it's all in the spirit, man. You know, as the brother said, he wouldn't go back to the Navy, but it did provide him structure. You know, when you come into this thing provides you structure, and you're supposed to grow up in this truth, man. Grow up more and more. As I just read, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I did childish things. Yep. And when you come to this truth, that's when you become a man. All right, no matter what age you are out here, if you're not in this truth, you're a child.
Exactly.
And these brothers, they do call themselves a man out here because they paying bills or because they popping all these women.
You forced to pay bills. You don't pay bills just because you like it.
Something that you're supposed to be doing.
You subject to payments.
Yep.
All our money gonna be put in bags with holes. We pay bills because we have to, not because we just enjoy it.
We ain't gonna be paying bills to keep it.
No. Matter of fact, this is your moral measuring stick. If you don't know if you're a man or not, this is how you know. If you bringing more excuses than results, you're not a man. If you bring in more results than and no excuses, that's a man. Just get it done. It's not hard. The sooner you get it done, the sooner you can put the stress of worrying about doing it behind you, because it's done. That's how you keep stress off you.
No.
But if you keep avoiding stuff that you know you got to do, that stress gonna beat you down. Then ain't nothing gonna get done. That's how it works.
In fact, I'm gonna get this scripture right here. Ephesians 5 and verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. So hey, that was a mouthful. So pretty much, you're supposed to know what time it is. Knowing what time it is, you're gonna walk wisely. All right, you're gonna be mindful of your time. You're gonna make sure you're doing your sit downs. You're coming out here doing the work. You're not making the ministry blame. All right, because you're redeeming the times. The days are evil, man. Hey, this is the time to buckle up and get ready for Jacob's trouble. This ain't the time to, wait to the last minute and repent. You're supposed to be repenting now. And as it says, be not drunk with wine, we're in excess, but be filled with the Spirit. So being drunk with wine, hey, it be actual wine. You're getting actually wasted, but really it's spiritually wasted, man. Going to these other doctrines, going to these other doctrines and philosophies, getting you away from this truth, man. All right, you're supposed to be walking in the Spirit.
There's definitely a time and a place for everything, like the brother said.
Yep.
And right now, we're in the time of war, man. Everybody else in the time of mirth. I'm gonna go ahead and get Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 8. To everything there is a season and a time, and to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away, a time to rend, and a time to sue, a time to keep silent, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. And right now we're in a time of war right now, and the peace is out the window, Israel. We're getting ready for YASHAMIAHLA to come back. That's what we ushering in.
Sir.
You can see it on people's face. You can see that poker face ain't working. You look so stressed right now.
They wait. They wait.
Man, when I be at work, man, we be out on break. I go to my car and just listen to videos. And as I'm walking to my truck, I'm walking by other Edomites sitting in their cars. And all they listening to is talk radio. That's all they listening to now. They trying to figure out what's going on with the government, with the world, basically. They trying to see how this thing gonna play out. And then when they come back in off break, hopeless, lost. They just, what we gonna do? Tell you what you gonna do. You gonna bow down.
Yep. Lay there and get it.
That poker face ain't working no more either. And you can see it all through society. The people that's really tuned in to what's going on, they are worried. And you got every reason to be worried, because it's not gonna play out well for Esau, especially the wicked ones. That's the worst thing to be right now, a wicked Edomite. Ooh.
Edom, you've been put off, buddy. You've been put off, man.
Guess who the new niggas is? Yeah, that look on their faces is priceless, man. Like, that's what oppression look like.
Yep. Okay. You going back to that beast state in Job 30, all right? He was up there in the caves eating those bushes and whatever stuff he was eating, man.
I'm telling you what.
Yeah, juniper roots, walking on all fours. That's coming back, man.
I mean, look what he considers delicacies today. So I can only imagine what he was eating back then.
Oh, man.
Yeah, y'all think y'all can stay up there on top? Like y'all ain't gonna go through adversity.
I should not be moved.
That's what he says in his heart in Psalms 10:6. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's how y'all think, man.
Yeah.
That's how y'all think. But y'all falling, man, every day.
That's why when I go through something, they commit suicide.
He gonna be a good one right there.
He just real good.
Better get it in.
Let's see. This is Psalms 9 and verse 5. This is Psalms 9 and verse 5. Thou hast rebuked the heathen, and thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and forever.
Hey, God bless you.
And thou enemy destruction on damn Satan, man.
God bless you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lord,
Lord,
who this
will
guy
you-
is. Man, this dude had a tattoo of a reaper,
Oh, really?
an eagle,
That sounds like E. I ain't even look at that.
Swift
a
as
queen of
eagle
heaven
flying.
woman on it. Yeah, he got all the Babylonian symbolism on it, tattooed on it.
So going back to it, Psalms 9 and verse 3, when my enemies are turned back, they shall fall perish at my presence. That's going to happen, man. You know, as the brother brought out, you know, they thinking that adversity is not going to come upon them. Well, guess what? Adversity is going to come, man. You're going to be out here screaming and hollering very, very soon. Verse 4, thou hast maintained my right in my cause, thou settest in the throne of judging right. Verse 5, thou hast rebuked the heathen, thou hast destroyed the wicked, thou hast put out their name forever and forever. That's coming, man. All right, so that adversity, that pain, death, hell, and destruction is going to come upon you. And you ain't going to be able to take it, man, because you live a great and lavish life without you being touched since pretty much the garden, man. You know, the Lord has tallied up your sins from since the garden until now. Think about that. That's why you had that pride on them. You had Cain's, I believe his grandson, saying, which I may have to get, saying that nobody can touch me, least they get touched. At least they get, yeah, 7 times 7, something to that effect, man.
7-fold. That's why there's the curse of Cain. That's why his attitude is, I can't be touched. And that's what the Lord wanted him. Because if the spirit of Cain had any humility about himself, his pride would not be through the roof like it is today. So the Lord said, don't nobody touch him. Let him get away with murder. Let him get away with all the wickedness he gonna do, so he can feel like, okay, the Lord's on my side. I can do this. But the Lord's got him in a trick bag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me pull this one here. This is Job. I ain't mean to cut y'all.
Oh, yeah, you good?
This is Job chapter 12, verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. So if you thank the Lord with you, when you do wickedness, he got you deceived. Got you the trick bag. He have to set you up to judge, to be justified to judge.
That's how this Ecclesiastes. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set them to do evil. So the Lord got you the trick bag, like the brother said, you know, when you do evil, judgment don't happen to you immediately. The Lord lets you build stuff up, and that's what makes it worse. Because that judgment is going to come down like a hammer on you when it finally come down.
And, you know, that's how my father was growing up. My father would sit back and see, you know, say he would tell us to do something. Tell us to do something, man. And he'll sit back and see if we're going to do it or not. And come on, Satan, man. All right, so let's sit back and see if we're going to do it or not. And so, you know, time go by, we don't do it, and then he comes back and like, hey, son, I was seeing if he's going to do it or not. Now, here you got to get this ass whooping, man. That's how the Lord going to be. All right?
At least you got a warning.
Yeah.
We didn't get no warning. They'll let us take a bath, let us go to sleep. 15 minutes into sleep, that lighter come on. That blanket get snatched off. You get cold, and all of a sudden, you ain't getting no warning. So my hat's off to, I salute your father for giving you a heads up. No, we got stole on. But it was cool though, you know. I mean, I appreciate every whooping I got, man. Because I look back at some of my partners, they dead in jail, undisciplined, ain't got nothing going on for themselves, you know. So it was cool.
Now, see the kids now, they ain't getting chastised no more.
No.
So they out here acting.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can't, the kids.
Man, they can actually, they be threatening people to take children away from people that discipline their kids.
Yeah, you got these Karen ass Edomites, man. They'll see you disciplining your child. Oh, well, you can't do that, man. Man, I'm not trying to have my son out here, you know, dead in jail and out here in the streets, man.
Esau does, though.
Yeah.
That's why they want you chastised, because they know they're going to grow up as little demons with no direction if they'll let you give them any direction.
Battle rod, sport,
The only direction they're going to get is what they see on TV, and the media don't push nothing but bullshit.
They don't
and
want
they're going to lead you right into that house where the bars at, or
Right.
in the grave.
They said Isaiah, children were over, they're
Or oppressors.
That's all.
women rule over them. See, Esau don't want you to raise your child. He wants to raise your child. That's why he got it set up where the parents are always working. So who's really taking care of the child? The TV, the internet, the indoctrination in schools.
Yeah.
That's what's taking care of your child.
Now your kid walking around with nails. Your son walking around with his nails did. Makeup on his face. The little girl walking around like a little boy.
Boys got ponytails.
I remember a lot of our people, man, they thought a girl acting like a boy was something cool, like a tomboy or something like that. They thought that was cool or something. Oh, she kind of manly. She can't handle her own. Now, I knew something was off with that, but all this shit,
Demon.
right?
Yeah.
She ended up being, you know, full-on alphabet crew when she get older.
Yeah, when she get older, I seen that, yup.
Now your brothers can't find no clothes because they buying them
Yeah.
all. They buying them all from them.
I remember.
Can't find no clothes now
Yup.
in the men's section.
Cause man, I remember a couple years ago, man, seeing Eve out there buying the biggest, baggiest clothes. You know, that's when we used to wear the big old clothes back then, the long shirts. Which really, that's the spirit. Cause our clothes back then, you know, we used to, you know, wear the long robes like we got on, man. You know, now everything's tight, skin tight. The men is wearing skin tight jeans, and the women is out here. Yeah.
Man, I done seen some Eves, they get actual beards glued to their face, man.
Yeah.
And what the elder called it? Penis envy. That's what the elder Manasseh called it. I mean, really, how you gonna have breasts and a beard? Like the bearded lady in the circus, a circus freak, you know?
You got Jake out here doing that too, have a full beard, then got some micros.
Full example.
It's all bad, and everything is upside down.
Yeah.
Everything is upside down because of Esau.
People don't know how crazy they are because Esau told them it was cool.
It's cool, yeah, but having multiple wives now, that's another thing.
That's wicked.
You can't build up your own nation.
But you can have multiple rods in your head. Come on, man. That's not nation building. If anything, you spread disease.
For real.
We're all reaping the benefits of Esau's kingdom falling. It's all bad. Everything's upside down. You know, once Esau get out of here and the Israelites get back in power, everything could be back straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And that's where we at right now. You see how sedition is rising? You know, people standing up against the governments now. People mourning, man. It's all bad. Food shortages, water shortages, because we ain't gonna have no water in here in a minute either. Everything is bad, bro.
So that's actually spiritual, because you're seeing all these floods. That's where the water going.
Yeah, floods and drought. Rivers drying up all over the place. The world's third largest river, which is in China, it's gone.
What's that? You niggas ain't gonna eat and drink.
Ain't the Euphrates drying up too?
Yeah. Colorado.
You see that?
Yeah, the squirrel must have threw something at me.
Little nuts down here.
All right, now the squirrel don't get rebuked.
When the time come and the Most High start to feed his prophets, when things get bad, maybe a squirrel will drop something good down on us. That's how I'm gonna look at that.
Yep. Yeah, my servant shall eat.
Yeah.
Hey, that is spiritual, because Elijah got fed by the birds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna
They
happen.
bought him some stuff.
Yep.
Some fowls.
It's good too. Like 30 days, 40 days. I think that was a cake dog.
They baked cakes on the hot rocks.
Yeah.
Was that it?
I think so. He got fed a cake and he was full like 30 days or something like that.
It's that pound cake. But it was something I wanted to bring out about the people who can't stop getting tattoos.
Oh yeah, bring that up, brother.
The ink they use for tattoos is carcinogen. It's cancer causing. It's not no coincidence that all this normal everyday stuff that they incorporated into our everyday lives is now coming out to be cancer causing. This was planned.
Yeah.
That's why I said never trust thy enemy. It also says we should not get tattoos. Skin pricked, pierced, none of that. I got one back when I was a trainer for this restaurant. I ain't gonna call their name. I just did it just to see what it was like. I mean, it don't hurt like that. I mean, it just feel kind of funny, but it don't hurt. It depends on where you get it.
Yeah,
at. Like you got you get it in a place where it's either thin skin, like the lower back, thin skin like that, it'll probably hurt more. But it ain't all that to me. I mean, it's a lot of people, they infatuated with them because they're infatuated with pain. That's all that boils down to.
Yeah,
pain freeze.
I'm gonna text my homie in the world, like, I guess I'll see you in the hospital, man, because you're gonna end up having cancer because you can't stop getting those tattoos, man. Every time I look up, he got a new tattoo or piercing, keeps on hanging out with these Edomites. I'm like,
Edomite envy.
yeah. I'm like, hey, that's the reason why the Lord don't have me around this dude. He knows about this truth. He heard about it. Shalom, brother. And so, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I remember when they started becoming like a fad, like people get the leg tattoos, like the arm tattoos, like
Yeah,
the arm
sleeve done.
They think it's cool.
Man, I don't have that much time and money to waste.
They're expensive.
Yes, because you paying this man for his time, you know.
I think my dude that I know in the world, he got like his son's name on each arm, and I think that costs like $200 just for that. Just for that.
I seen the tattoo, the brother had the tattoo, it was blended into his hand. Then the boy had, he had the nails hammered in like he was a auto shop.
Oh, hell no, man.
See, Jake just love to go above and beyond with the folly.
You about to get that pain like YASHARAHLA went through. Yep. Jake just don't know. But I want to go back to my servant shall eat. You know, as we quoted Elijah being fed. This is 1 Kings 17 and verse 2. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto him, saying, get this, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook of Chittim, and that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I command the ravens to feed thee there. You see? And so, hey, The Lord said, my servant shall eat. So the Lord's going to have miraculous ways. He's going to rain down manna from heaven. The Lord said there's nothing new on the sun. You're going to have manna rain down again. You're going to have the birds feed you, you know. In that time, you ain't supposed to be discussing, ugh, a bird touching my food. The Lord said that for you, man.
Now you know to get all high and mighty.
Yeah.
You too good.
Too good.
That's what being in Esau's kingdom do to you.
Servants even good out here during that time of Jacob's trouble. A lot of y'all was born here because y'all gonna do y'all here now, man. Y'all gonna be, wow.
That's not the first time he walked past. He's been there a couple times. Like a couple times he came down to teach. He walked past that way. I see him go that way. I don't know where he came from, but I can see him already.
That's just the spirit, man.
He watching from afar.
I ain't even know him like that. I had class with him. I remember.
He trying to eat from a long handled spoon. Come on up here.
That's one thing before I even got into the truth, bro. Anytime I seen any Israelites preaching on the point, I was instantly tuned in, like instant. But when I finally got into it, the GMS, that's when everything got kicked to the side, man.
Solidified.
Right here, this is where it's at. I just knew this is where it's at. Don't go nowhere else. No IUICs, no ISHBKs, none of that. Right here. That's where I've been tuning in. And I give all praise to the Most High for that, man. Straight mercy, bro. I could be out here not knowing nothing.
Look out.
Because you got IUIC out here. You have ISBK who barely come out.
They out here.
Yeah, they got one. Well, I don't think they even out here. Because remember a couple years ago when they ran up on GMS Arkansas, the same dudes that were here in Louisville were over there and was antagonizing GMS Arkansas. So hey, they gonna get their judgment. Yeah. This is all block.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Like, man, you don't own nothing in Babylon. What are you talking about? Man? This is Esau's corner.
You didn't lay not a brick down here, man. Even you brothers in the hood. That's not your hood. You ain't lay a damn brick. You ain't put a piece of wood up. You ain't laid a shingle. That's not your neighborhood, man.
Sir.
The hoodies out here in Reuben, it used to be eat white community first.
Jake don't own none of these street corners that he so-called sell dope on. All this stuff belongs to Esau. And the only reason you selling dope because he allows you to do it. He know you doing it. you just ain't a big enough rat on his radar yet.
Then you destroy the neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying?
You move out, then Esau sneak back in there and rebuild it and raise the money up on it.
That's what happened out there in the West End. They used to be Edomite owned. They used to have a nice park, a water park over there. Jake started moving in. They was like, oh, hell no. They took down that water park or whatever they had down there. Then they had like a circus or something that used to come down there, something like that. And they took all that down. Now Edom, all right, is coming back in, buying up them houses, and guess what? They fixing up things down there again. So it's just a continual cycle. Another reason why we got to get the heck up out of here.
Yes, sir. And when this digital mess come down, I'm like, you know what? I'm not one to bar down to bull. So just take me out, you know, because I'm not doing it. I mean, I promise you, I'm not doing it.
Spot.
The digital, no. Because in all actuality, this ain't based on nothing. Esau gonna give you what he think you should have, what he wants you to have. And you ain't gotta piss this man off for him to shit on you and take it back. So who wants to be subjected to something that is not even justice? This man, he's just greedy, covetous like that. If he want to punish you for nothing, he gonna be able to do that.
I got this Ecclesiastes, which I got one.
Go ahead, brother.
This is chapter 8, verse 4. It says, where the word of a king is, there is power. And he said to him, and what doest thou? See, when Esau eat, when they fully come down and they try to shoot people, and they make it mandatory, and you gonna either comply or die. There's no in between, the gray area.
Take me out.
even when taking your money out the bank, how is it going to help you if everything is digital? Because you're going to be able to use it.
You ain't gonna be able to.
It don't make any sense. When they be talking about gold and silver, how is that going to help you with, if they ain't going to take them? So if you trading with somebody or you bartering with somebody, how is that going to help you? Like if there's a lot of food so-called missing or they don't got no food, you think somebody's going to give you, somebody going to allow you to give them gold for food? The food is going to help you survive instead of help you stay alive. So I don't understand that either. How is gold and silver going to help you? I don't know.
That's for the covetous people.
Yeah,
They got that's how people put themselves on another level. Cause I'm richer than you. You know, it's always that in society, the richer, the poorer. They want to keep that line established. But that line gonna be blurted out in that day because everybody gonna be reduced to the same level. Because the money gonna be gone.
And the A&P attack happened, you ain't gonna be able to get your money out the bank. What you gonna do? All you rappers, all you celebrities, all you rich jakes, you know, you got money in your account. They shut the power off, you can't get it. Then how you gonna pay for stuff?
Sir.
They tell you gotta take that chip in order to access your account digitally. How you gonna get it?
Shalom, brother. How about Simeon Dominicans?
They love it. They love it.
Yeah, they covet
They
it.
love it. Let me give you Ezekiel 7 and 19, because that money ain't gonna save you. Y'all gonna end up throwing y'all money out, man.
Y'all not burning your money to stay alive because it's gonna be cold. You gotta burn it. Burn it for heat.
Ezekiel 7 and 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. Y'all love money, man, and the love of money is the root of all evil, and y'all do some crazy stuff for money, man.
Man, sell their soul, sell their manhood.
What the ladies just do? Turn her man in for $20,000. He robbed the bank. He told her about it. She turned him in. They gave her $20,000.
Wow.
That's what Esau do.
Matter of fact, you sent it in the group chat showing you how weak-minded these people are. You know, for some Balenciaga shoes, they're gonna eat out the trash can.
I don't even know what those are.
Some apparently high-class shoes that's made out of the same material as other shoes.
Oh, okay. So Esau said they expensive, and he put a high price tag on it. Now it's worth something to you.
They can tell you a bottle cap tomorrow gonna be worth $100 a cap, and y'all gonna hop on that, man. Esau can make anything currency, and you gonna take it, man. Anything.
I mean, they could be the ugliest shoes on the planet.
Like
they worth $10,000. A lot of them Gucci shoes ugly as hell.
Hey,
I'm like, ain't no way in hell, man. I'll go to the regular mall, get some regular sneakers, $60, $70. That's gonna last me 6-7 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hard on shoes. You know, so my shoes last me years. But just because Esau got a high price tag on these ugly shoes, you don't even recognize them as being shoes. Now you just got to have them.
Yep, you eating out of the trash just to get them, man.
Standing in long lines just to
time.
get a pair of shoes.
That's an example of right there being tossed to and fro with every windward doctrine.
Imagine if you're hungry, man. Imagine what they're going to do here to get their food. They're going to definitely take that shit.
They gonna take it.
That lady going to take that shit when they come out. She's going to take it.
Yeah, because they want to hold on to their situation. They don't want to let go. They don't want to be in hard times. They don't want to be in straits. So this is what Esau says we got to do in order to maintain our lifestyle. Then that's what we gonna do. Okay, guess what? You gonna eat a missile sandwich for it.
Yep.
If the game would have told her to do something, you know, for a strange for a piece of change, she could have did it on camera. I bet she would.
Behind the scenes, people lick dumpsters, man, lick urinals, and think it's funny.
Hey, you risking your life. Risking your life doing all that.
I mean, vile ain't even a word. Vile.
Might went up to this chicken and let her job, man. And he offered her $1,000 to shave her eyebrows off. She said, "Come on with it." Shaved all that off.
Now you around here looking like a mannequin.
Yeah.
Man, anything strange for a piece of change, man. Woo.
But I'm gonna get this right here. This is for Esau Edom, man. For all this stuff that he's implementing. This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe, woe meaning destruction unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. All right, the Lord said, woe, destruction unto them who's just out here writing all these laws just to be right, for people to take the MOTB, which is an unrighteous decree.
Yep.
All right, which really, that's the Lord's MOTB, the Lord's mark. For everybody that takes it, you are marked for destruction, man. The Lord doesn't want you, man. Does not want you. You will be destroyed, plain and simple. All right, those, matter of fact, my brother can get Isaiah 30 and 1.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Brother get Isaiah 31, as we was talking earlier, those people.
Y'all got a little booklet?
No, you got a phone, you watch YouTube?
Yeah.
I was about to say, how's it going, brother? About to say, if you,
I'll be watching y'all on there.
okay.
Yeah, y'all be over on, used to be over on 4th and Oak back in the last summer. When y'all on 4th and Oak?
You was by the waterfront.
Yeah, I think it might have been different brothers then.
You see some brothers in purple and gold.
Yeah, Vanessa, I'm coming back.
Yo, I got
No,
that
I ain't
Isaiah
got the
31.
screwdriver. The screwdriver right on the counter.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you go ahead and get it,
what
bro.
that brown table at?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1.
That's what it was at.
Woe to the rebellious
But I didn't
children,
touch
saith the
none of
Lord, that take counsel, but not of me,
Okay.
and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that
I'll
they
holler
may
at y'all, man.
add sin to
All
sin.
right. Yeah, I was about to tell you, look up GMS Israelites.
That night, get on there.
Okay. All right, brother.
Y'all was in what, Detroit or Philadelphia or something like that?
We got camps everywhere.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
they was deep.
Yeah.
Man, that's what we needed, man, for a whole lot of these brothers out here, man.
Hey. Yes, sir.
It's up to them. They got to take heed, though.
That's why I changed my life around.
Hey,
I changed
man.
it best, man.
hey, before
We hurt each other out here, man, to say it.
yo, them curses, man.
Anything positive is better. You know.
See it?
Yeah, it's like go ahead, break that.
Read again.
Yeah.
All right. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
So they pretty much out here, they're not seeking the Lord, but they're seeking Esau Edom for help, and that's destruction unto you. Here it is, the Lord has his men out there from city to city, state to state, out here preaching the word, but you ain't taking heed, right? So, hey, you done marked yourself. Like you saying, you had a dude that you know from school that's walked past here a couple times, man. He ain't gonna have any excuse that he has not heard about this truth. He's going, hey, he's smart if he doesn't take heed.
Looking back, I see.
Yeah, he probably would. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
Those are Jake cars, the Dodgers. That's Jake.
It's like Dodge was created for Jake.
Yeah.
But that's all the ones that patronize the Dodge dealerships.
Cars are expensive. I don't know how they be affordable.
Oh, they going up like every year.
Why you think they expensive? Because Jake buying them. Look at Jordans. Jake wasn't buying them. Jordans wouldn't be that expensive.
Yes, sir.
Anything Jake into, they gonna jack up the price.
Matter of fact, they said that this model year is like the last year that they're going gas, and so they're going to go into electric next year. And so guess what they're doing? They jacking up the prices, and who's going to go for it? A lot of you Jakes.
We got a ton of Teslas out here
Yep.
too.
Yeah. I ain't never seen no Jeep with a Tesla before. I ain't never
I
have, yeah. They got them. They got them. Jake making money, man.
Yeah,
But now they trying to.
selling drugs though, man. I'll be seeing them. I'm like, cause I try to get that car. It costs $700 a month.
Which one?
That one. He was just driving.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
That
they
the
paying for
Rango?
it. Yeah, the Rango. I tried to get one. He was $700 a month. I don't know how they.
That's
paying
with
for that. I don't
insurance?
know. Yeah. I don't know how they paying for it. Plus, it's like $60,000 to $70,000.
They probably putting a big down payment down, or they got extra good credit and all
You
that.
need Jakes though,
Yeah.
you have the price. I know every single one of y'all ain't got no good opinion. Y'all
Yeah.
just not. It's what it is.
They just found a way to sell. They sold to that car.
That's what they're doing.
They're doing everything in their power to get all the money they can to afford it. So, you know, they sold. That vehicle owns them.
Yep. You do that for a car, but you won't do that for YASHAMIAHLA.
Right.
That's why destruction's gonna come to you niggas, man.
Your priorities are out of whack.
Yep. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give verse 2. That walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. What's gonna happen? Therefore the strength of Pharaoh shall be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So the scriptures say, hey, it's plain and simple, never trust thy enemy. That's why you get cancer from these tattoos. That's why you're gonna get cancer for taking an MOTB. You're gonna be out here looking stupid. Matter of fact, a lot of these people, you have Mike Tyson in a wheelchair now saying that he's gonna pass away soon because he didn't trust the shadow of Egypt. All right, this new Egypt being Babylon, being America. All right, and we told you not to trust these people, but you are still out here trusting them. I was peer pressured into doing it.
No, you weren't. You were just
No.
stupid. That's all it was.
Yeah, bro.
You were just stupid. How somebody gonna make you do something with words?
You Mike Tyson, man. You supposed to be a mighty man of the
You know
mighty
what I'm
mans
saying?
out here, man.
He was
Knock
beating
you saw out and
submission.
take the syringes and put them on the ground.
You beat the submission? Come on, man. You know how many people want to run up on Mike Tyson? Don't nobody want to catch one
Still
of
to
them.
this day,
I'm
man.
not trying to be Mitch Green.
He was right, take his ears off. Remember that? What happened? They
Man,
put
Mike
your
Tyson,
ear
he was the creator of that one-hitter quitter.
Yeah.
Remember the video game?
Yes, sir.
First minute and a half, you got to dodge.
He flashed real quick and throw that up.
Bam! Oh, what was that? I'm on the floor again.
And the punches stunned you in real life on there.
Yep.
If you dodge them uppercuts and they don't knock you down, he come with that jab. He threw a jab every now and then that it would hit you, but it would knock you out.
Man, he whooped the dude on the plane not too
Yep,
long
yep.
ago. Because he wouldn't shut up. He was a drunk. He was drunk. He was on the plane with a drunk man sitting right next to him. He wouldn't shut up. Might have to give him like a two-piece with the pepper. Shut him up.
He said he was going to be starstruck. That's why they try to put an excuse out.
Oh, yeah,
Leave
always.
that man alone, man.
Exactly.
You already know how he is.
And
Something wrong. He bugged out. He taking them magic pills or magic mushrooms, whatever they call.
yeah, he got his own weed line too.
Yeah, he got
That's
like
how
his
he's making it.
podcast.
Yeah.
That hot box.
Yeah, I be watching. He bugged out, man.
He called it hot
He was
box.
bugged out. The Lord's not dealing with that man at all.
No.
Mike Tyson, man.
No, they got a video of him also after he knocked out a Jake that this Amalekite came up and kissed him in the mouth. You know, it's like
Whoa.
real quick,
Whoa.
man. I believe I got that video saved on Instagram.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah, he kissed Mike Tyson in the mouth.
I ain't surprised. His daughter is gay, so I ain't surprised.
Who daughter Gates?
Mike Tyson's
Mike
daughter.
Tyson.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Well, he got several daughters, but one of them's gay.
I'm not surprised because most of these celebrities, their kids are like that because they sacrifice their kids.
Yep.
Will Smith.
Yep.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
You want
I'm
that
surprised
money?
LeBron ain't sold these kids out.
He's doing some things behind the scenes.
He's
You know
coming.
that.
What buddy
It's
name is?
Wayne Wade.
Yep.
Ain't trying to get his son name changed or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
Man, it's such a big deal. I used to wear dresses. I used to put on what my sisters used to wear. That's another
But she's
reason.
been feminine.
Yeah. That's another reason why we need a true family structure. Because if his father was really in his life, his father would have saw that. It was like, hell no, boy, take that off, man.
Yeah, I know his dad wasn't really around when he was younger. I watched the documentary on
Yeah.
him a while back.
That ain't no excuse, man.
Still ain't no excuse.
That
Man.
ain't no excuse, man.
You
The
supposed to
fact
be.
that you go ahead, go ahead.
It's like you supposed to be a mighty man. Go ahead, brother.
The fact that you let Gabriel Union call the shots, man. I mean, you just cool with everything. I don't understand how a man could be so docile.
So you know he's like a part owner of the Utah Jazz now.
You had to do some things behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he coming up in Babylon. You got to do something for E.
Especially if you're a Jake.
You can't sell out and then expect the devil not to turn on you.
And you know you're open now. I'm like, what you want?
It's either your asshole or your son's asshole.
I'm write you a check. No. Just come by March 7th.
He got pulled over again.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
He said, I can perform a concert in front of y'all. He said, what y'all want? That's gonna work for me. He said, I can get you, your private part, about a woman every day, man. That's what he said. I'm like, man, Boosie,
Hey,
he's stupid. He thinks game is next to godliness.
yeah.
That brother, he been preserved for a good
He been preserved,
He did
bro.
so much talking through this
Man.
even before. Just running his mouth, man.
Oh, we gonna have to get this
Shooting the
scripture,
middle
man.
finger up at the Lord, talking about some, I want to eat pork. I mean, it's so, I mean, you rich. It's not like you have to settle for pork. You choose to eat that shit. See what I'm saying?
It's for Boozy, man. Proverbs 30 and verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. All right, so that's why a lot of us, we ain't super rich, man. At least, as we'll read, at least I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord Yahweh? At least I be poor and still and take the name of my power in vain. So, hey, that's why the Lord keeps us in a steady, good medium. Enough bread to get by. You know, some brothers more than others, some brothers less than others, but hey, it's about you bearing your cross. The Lord knows your spirit and how you're gonna get through this walk of ours. Alright? And so that's why you see these celebrities out here. They get that bread, they get that money, and now they feel like they can talk to the Lord in any type of way, man.
Like they're on the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta a lot of the times where Randy Jackson was like, I'm broke, Kev. I can't eat. You gotta remember that, man.
You gotta remember that,
man.
I got a scripture for you real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They exalt it, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. That's basically saying that the reason the Lord didn't want rich men to get it, because if a rich man spoke about this, everybody will flock to it.
Yes,
and he don't want everybody right now.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, that's why he had Kendrick Lamar come out and speak on it, just to bring attention to it. But you're going to see what's going to happen to Kendrick Lamar.
Cannon too. Big
Yeah.
cannon too.
Kodak Wax.
AKA the tick. Look like a waltz.
You say some things, and if you go too deep off into it, oh, they at your throat.
No.
That Amalek right at your throat.
Yeah, it'll be the same effect as when Kanye start preaching. See how everybody flocked to it, to the doctrine. The Lord don't want that.
12 tribes of Judah. They ain't no 12 tribes of Judah. It's 12 tribes of Israel.
I mean, just a flaming idiot, man. I mean,
I think he did that on purpose.
He did it on purpose, man.
Kanye just lost.
Truth's out here, man.
Just lost.
All of them.
Kanye walking around with that black mask in his face.
Yeah, they still be doing them rituals, man. You see Kendrick Lamar still doing them rituals, man.
With the
Even
crown
though-
of thorns,
Yep.
made out of diamonds. Now, they nailed the baby to the cross.
Yeah, I was just going to say that too. I was going to say that.
I saw that.
I'm like, you niggas don't learn.
How you
Mocking the
feel like a
Lord.
man doing that? Now, how can you be a man and you have a diaper on and somebody nails you to the cross? First and foremost, you was mocking the Lord. That's what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
And then you put a diaper on in front of everybody. Like, how
On
can you
stage,
feel like a man doing that?
rapping like this.
Yeah. You hanging out and everybody can probably see you and everything, man. You feel comfortable doing that for some measly dollars, man. That's about to, man, don't you
About to
man.
crash, yep.
You niggas don't learn. That's why the Lord gonna come down on you niggas. The Lord don't want niggas.
Death angels out here. Once them death angels get let loose, I'm gonna see a whole different terror then.
I'm not gonna feel sorry for not one because they brought it on themselves.
Yes,
Exactly
sir.
what you said.
This is unless you brothers got it. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 7 verse 2. We quoted this earlier. It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For what is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance of the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools in the house of mirth. All right. So pretty much the Lord is saying, it's better to be in the house of mourning than to be in the house of mirth, because when you're in the house of mirth, you forget the Lord, as I just read earlier. All right, and if as the brother brought out, if a rich man was in this truth, was speaking this truth, everybody would flock to it.
And I take it serious.
They be out here playing just like in the time of Yahushua. All right, that vast multitude was only following Yahushua because they wanted to eat with him, man. They really wasn't taking heed. So the Lord spoke in parables to get them away. All right, they started looking at Yahushua like, this man talking about he bugged out. Well, it's only for the elect, man, and only the elect is going to be, Lord willing, be those men. Only the elect is going to be in the house of mourning, serving the Lord, taking heed.
That's like these big camps when they look at IUIC or some part, they be like, man, they 2K deep, man. Let me go walk down the street with them, man.
Yeah.
Be seen.
And watch how many of those out of them camps gonna get destroyed anyway.
Yep.
So
Because they're not fully in tune with it. They're doing it because most of them, I'm not gonna say all of them because I don't know, but I can speculate. They taking it forward like it's a new gang type thing. It's the new fad to do, the new thing to be in.
That's how a lot of Jays look at this truth. It's like a fad or a trend or something. They see some car with the guns on the side, they be rapping. They like, I can do that too. I can be the truth and rap and have a gun and a strap. Nah, you can't do both.
Yep.
You got a gun, you to keep that private. You can do it, at your house or something.
See, that's how they associate it. But this is my thing. Out of all the members IUIC got, it should be a IUIC camp about on every corner. Where they at? See, they equate strength in numbers. No. Yeah, they might have the numbers, but we got the strength. It's a difference.
Like you see GMS Chicago, they'll have like several camps going on about the same time or going on about different times, man.
Right.
Come on, man.
It should be not one street corner uncovered. But no, they think, we the biggest, we the baddest because we got the most members. That don't mean nothing. What kind of doctrine you putting out? That's the only thing that matters.
Take the shot.
Yep.
They all have their own YouTube page too. How many brothers and them got their
Yeah.
Not a lot of them at all.
Ain't none of them teach. They just put on a purple shirt and get in line. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Nobody teaches.
Where is that in the Bible? Get in line and wear a purple shirt.
They're trying to equate purple with royalty.
Bishop Day, he walk around like he's this macho
He
dude.
just King David himself in the flesh.
Yeah.
That's how he carry himself, man.
The elder Apostle Tahar said he ain't went out. He said he ain't went out and taught them a little bit. Only my men gotta do. They gotta do it.
Nah, where's that in the scriptures? So in season, out of season, be apt to teach.
David was a king.
And
He didn't have to do nothing. He chose to.
Yep. And he's still out there.
King and a prophet.
Elder Apostle Tahar, he said somebody knew about the MOTV and IUIC, but he said they're not ready for it. And I think Elder Apostle Tahar was like, you can't hold your talents in the napkin. You can't do that. You know something, you're supposed to teach them, no matter if they hear it from there.
What the elder said, don't be that nigga with the napkin. Wait. If you understand this truth for what it is, you supposed to be out there teaching. I mean, I'll never forget the elder's words. Like, you're supposed to be out there teaching. You like, if you don't teach, maybe you one of them individuals that can live with regret. I can't.
I can't do that.
So I can't do that. Because that's one thing you cannot do anything about, regret.
That's, talking to that other brother, man, last year I had to hold his hand. The Lord told me, hey, stop holding his hand, man, because you can't walk this truth holding another brother's hand, man.
Right.
They gotta put in that work, as I'm gonna get this is 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 6. There is another city, a city that is built up, set upon a broad field, and is full of good things, full of all good things. That's talking about the kingdom of heaven. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there was fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. All right, showing you, hey, if you fall out this truth, you either going to drown or you going to burn. All right?
Death is death.
Yes, sir.
How you want your brick?
Yeah, how you want it?
How you want your brick? You want it butterfly, sauteed, smothered.
Verse 8, and one only path between them both, between the fire and the water, is so small that there could be but one man go there at once. So you can give a brother wisdom, knowledge, understanding, but it's up to them to take heed, to take their torch, and go out there and do what's necessary for them, man. So you can't hold another brother's hand. You know, you can't baby another brother. You know, maybe when they first come into the truth, you giving them information, but after that, the Spirit tell you to, hey, let them fly. They supposed to fly, man.
We got this in Mark chapter 8, verse 35. It says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. But whosoever shall lose his life for my name's sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it." That's what we trying to do, man. We ain't trying to save our life, man. We trying to lose our life so we can gain YAHSHAWAR.
This ain't nothing to hold on to.
Nope.
Try to get a whole bunch of money and do everything to be seen so we can keep our position in this kingdom. This kingdom is going to go. It's going to be burned up by complete missions one day.
Exactly. And this is the question I propose to Jake's, Israel, 2/3, whatnot. Anybody who wants Esau's kingdom to go on. What are you holding on to? You holding on to oppression. You holding on to getting up, being a slave for this man that ain't paying you half of what you're worth. Exactly. You holding on to depression. You holding on to lies, falsehoods, abominations. You holding on to all this. I say let it go.
Is that same nigga back coughing like that?
I smell that stench.
Jake, man.
But yeah, you let go all this in order for a chance to get something better. And I would say it's well worth the risk. It's well worth it because this ain't nothing here, man. All this sickness ain't nothing good for you.
You gotta work hard for it.
Right. Just like we working for the kingdom, how we brought us out, we are that number.
Matter of fact, I'm going to get 2 Ezra 7 and verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of power that is set before them. You know, because as the brother brought out, hey, Jake want everything else but the kingdom, man. They're fighting for death here. Really.
Real. That's what it is.
Yeah, verse 21, for power are given straight commandments to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. You see, the Lord set us out here, you know, not just to be setting us out here just to be blabbing our mouths. We giving you information, you know, how to escape this judgment that's coming, man. But y'all don't want that, man. Y'all fighting to live in a disease ravaged. You know, your women are not pure anymore. You know, the air ain't pure anymore. The water's polluted. You know, you fighting for a wicked ass kingdom to stay here and be here forever, man. Hey, yeah.
I mean, this man just go above and beyond with the wickedness, man.
He don't rest without doing any type of wickedness, man. And this is your king. Y'all want a King Caesar over you. Well,
gonna die with him.
Gonna die with him. Yep.
I just hope they come with that CBDC December 13th, and I really hope they do.
Oh man.
I really hope they do.
Man.
Everybody that I know that got money in the bank, I said, hey, you better get it out of there. You better try to do something productive with it, because you're not gonna be, when that money run out, it's over. When they go virtual, it's over, man. Digital, it's a wrap.
That's what I tell people. Use your money wisely. Get stuff that you gonna need in those days, like stock up on your food, you know, whatever you think you're gonna need, that especially the stuff that you use on an everyday basis that you take for granted. You better get ahead, because a lot of people, they're gonna get caught off guard because they're not gonna be prepared. They're not prepared now, and we still using a dollar. So imagine how much more in that day.
Jake worried about buying houses, man. Everybody that I know that got that money, they talking about buying houses and moving.
Just to get your ass kicked inside your brand new house.
Vain. Everything's in vain. Nothing matters no more but the scriptures, man. That's it.
Yeah, because the wisdom of this world gonna pass away. And what's gonna be left? This gonna be the only
It's gonna
thing.
stand forever right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and also going back to the digital dollar, you know, there's a reason why America is putting billions and billions into Ukraine, man. I watched a video yesterday. The amount of billions that they put into Ukraine, everybody here can have their own home, their own money, and live good, man. Nah, they want to give billions and billions to Ukraine. Why? Because they want the dollar to be depleted. You know, these student loans, all right, the student loan forgiveness. You know, a lot of you jakes think it's a good thing. You know, yeah, it's good, but really, it's to bankrupt the dollar, all right? This man, you know, matter of fact, man, I gotta get it.
It's another reason why, too. Because midterm elections coming up, he trying to buy votes. He trying to get people to vote for him.
Yes, sir.
That's why a lot of this stuff ain't really hit the fan yet here, because they're trying to get through. They're trying to get weeks after the elections are over with in November.
This is Sirach 14 and verse 7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. So you're about to see why pretty much they're bankrupting America and they're going to the digital dollar, man. Y'all go, a lot of you Jays gonna have to learn the hard way. Like the brother said, they want to buy houses instead of buying, you know, at least on the carnal level, buying things to sustain you in these last days, man. You're not even getting the spiritual. You know, like the brother said, you got the dollar now to deal with, and now you're going to have to eventually go to the digital dollar, and you still ain't going to be prepared.
Right.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. They shall destroy you even with their sword destruction." Why you jakes? Y'all ain't prepared to spiritually get up out of you, or physically, you know, get up and go. Y'all ain't prepared to do all that. You know, a lot of jakes, they don't eat right, they don't exercise. You know, they of course they're not paying attention to the prophecies. They think this kingdom's gonna go on forever and ever, but it's not.
Who got mismatched shoes?
That's gonna constantly keep
I think
on
that's a
putting
new style.
policies out here.
They even putting that out on the actual websites. Like one shoe's this color, one shoe that color.
Toss to and fro everywhere with doctor.
Everywhere with doctor. That's a new style, man.
Just fall in. You don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Yep. Oh yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, the Lord, he must have did some shit back then.
A lot of people ain't got judged yet. They still thinking they got away with something.
This is Section Ezra's 16 and verse 40, going back to the brother saying, you know, these people are worried about buying houses, you know, instead of actually spiritually getting ready for the battle, or even carnally getting ready for the battle. Jake ain't doing that.
No, Jake is chilling. And you know what really pisses me off about Jake? You can tell Jake the prophecies and what's about to happen. He gonna agree with you, and then guess what he gonna say?
What I'm doing next year?
Well, I'm thinking about 10
years.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I know we gonna be destroyed, but I'm saying about 10 years, I think I wanna take me and my daughter down to Florida and see what's going on there. I'm like, did you not hear me? It ain't gonna be no Florida in 10 years.
No, man. That's the spirit, because I did a video, something to that effect, a couple of days ago, man. Joe Budden and you know, his contemporaries talking about what they're gonna do in 10 years. Where you see yourself in 10 years? You're probably, you know, Lord willing, we gonna be in the kingdom, man, and this place is gonna be destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. I watched that video. He made it seem like that he knew something though. The way he was talking at the end, like he was like, I don't know. I know something's gonna happen. Though.
Joe Budden?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
Joe
talking
Budden.
like that. I
Not
watched the
Biden,
video
but
the
Budden.
day.
Yeah.
Joe Budden gay, man.
He's a flame.
And you know them celebrities, they know, but they can't speak on it.
Yeah.
They'll get their meal ticket revoked.
Well, in that in that video, he said, "The Lord hasn't shown me nothing." I'm like, you got brothers around the whole world, man, preaching this word, especially in New York, where you at.
Yeah, that's where the elders at. Apostles. They're in Connecticut.
Oh, the Lord ain't shown me nothing.
And he ain't want to show you nothing. He wants you to get caught off guard.
Open your eyes up, you will see he's clearly showing everybody something right now. You know, you got the brothers out here. You see all these policies being made in the news that's for the worse. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau constantly every day since Joe Biden got into office. How many executive orders? Like 83?
Signed a whole lot.
Signed a lot, man.
He
And that's what he
working
do.
that pen.
That's what they've been doing.
It's probably the fake Joe Biden. Because one we got right now, his mind ain't all the way there.
You can sign all the policies you want to sign in the play, bro, because when your house shot come and slide down and roll up on you, you're going to be broke down, man.
I can't wait till he show up and show out.
I'm going to get, can I get Daniel 8:25 real
Yes,
quick?
sir. Yes, sir.
And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. That's talking about by his pen, by his pen work.
It's a new sword.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy many. And they trying to make peace on the low, but they destroying a lot of people right now. He shall also stand against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. He's not even going to touch you, then he's going to break you down. Ain't even going to lay a finger on you, and you through.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. You talking all that big boy. We don't need God. We can be better than God. Okay.
All right, all right.
Yeah, man, I got on him yesterday. I got some more videos of him.
Yep.
He just talking reckless.
Keep bringing it up, brother. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 40. Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. You getting spiritually ready for the battle, man. By taking heed to this word. And those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. You see that? You're going to have to be pilgrims upon the earth. So your car, your job, your house, man, you're going to have to give all that up. Matter of fact, it says it down here. Verse 41, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. He that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that have no profit by it. And he that buildeth as he that should not dwell therein. You know, and it goes on. Pretty much saying the same thing. You got a business, you got a house, you got a job, you got a car, you got merchandise. Well, you got to be prepared to lose it for YASHAMIAHLA's namesake, because you ain't taking it in the chariot. You ain't taking it in the kingdom. All this place is diluted, man. Polluted. I wouldn't be surprised if this man Esau, you know, since he got pork in the concrete, you put pork in the car. You know, it got pork leather and all types of stuff.
Yeah,
man.
he made a football out of pork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jake don't care though. As long as it don't kill me immediately. It can kill me over time. That's fine.
Because we all gonna die someday.
You know what I'm saying? That's Jake.
That's how they gonna be.
As long as it don't kill me immediately.
They ain't even the true statement right there, because some of these Luckies not even gonna taste death. So that's what Jake don't know.
See, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to let go. They ain't gonna be able to depart from Babylon, because a lot of people, their jobs identifies them. Like without their job, they feel like they ain't nothing. A big CEO, executive, you know, those type of positions, doctors, lawyers. They're not gonna walk away from those jobs. Why? I don't know, because it ain't gonna be a building for you to go to work in no more.
Nope.
But those jobs identify these people.
Corporate slavery.
Right, and that's how they identify themselves. You're not just John Smith. You're John Smith, PhD. See what I'm saying? All these titles, these labels.
Judge Joe Brown.
You know what I'm saying?
They love that.
Dr. Francis.
Yeah.
Why can't you just be Mr. Francis? No, it's Dr.
Dr. Francis. Get it right.
I didn't go to medical school 20 years to be called Mr. So you bought a name because you don't know nothing. Your science is false.
Hey, for real, man.
Heathens.
All right, shalom, brother. Shalom, brother.
Black Road.
Shalom, everybody.
Shalom, brother.
Gotta go back to the plantation.
Hey.
It is what it is, though.
Yes, sir.
I need to do this for my brothers who still got some work.
You almost out of here, though.
There you cross, man. No complaints.
You know it.
Carry.
You know. Hey, y'all good on water? Y'all y'all need this water?
I think I still
I'm
got
good. I
mine.
still got
Yeah,
mine.
yeah. Yeah, appreciate it. Shalom, brother. I'm going to get, matter of fact, staying in 2nd Ezra 16. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 70. For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear, the Lord Yahweh by Simeon Shah. So that's going to happen to us. What do you think is going to happen to you 2/3 out here? Because the Lord is going to clean our house first. You know, and as we read, you know, because they're going to come after us because we're, you know, Lord willing, we those men, the Lord keep that spirit upon us. We ain't going to take that MOTB. We ain't going to take the Karagma. So they're going to be looking for everybody else that's not what their plans. They're going to try to take them out. But as they read, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them away in their houses.
Because she was looking at
You
us
saw
like,
the look
oh
on
my
her
goodness.
face.
She was like,
The Edomite or
She was on the passenger side in this black SUV riding by. She was like,
yeah, like she was starstruck.
me and him saw that at the same time.
Man, I wish I could have saw that.
We didn't want to cut you
Oh
off.
yeah, you good, you good.
Man, this lady was like,
Yeah, she was starstruck. Those niggas got a Bible on their head.
you know it's over. I told you the look on their faces.
It tells it all, man. It tells it all. It tells it all.
Close
man.
your mouth now for a fly now.
Hey, this right here is a sign of the end of your kingdom, Esau, Edom, man.
Oh man, if we make you nervous, wait till the chariots pull up.
So she opened her mouth up. Zap, it's over. It's over.
I mean, she's like, she's staring at a ghost.
Man, imagine what you see the Lord, man.
She must know the scriptures. They say when the Israelites wake up, that's our ass.
What's that scripture? We're made a spectacle upon the world.
Yeah.
Oh, can get that.
Let me see.
I didn't used to remember my job. I've seen a bunch of people I didn't work with and seen before.
Yeah, I've seen when we preached over there at the waterfront. I've seen a couple. I don't think they noticed us.
Yeah.
They probably didn't even know who I was, but I remember seeing they work at my job. I seen a couple people. You know, that's why, you know, Elder and Malcolm says those that's risking their lives and their freedom to preach His word. You know, hey, we're literally risking our lives and freedom to preach His word because you may have a family member or a friend or a co-worker at your job that come by this, and you know they may end up scoffing or whatever.
Yeah, that ain't the first time I see him. I've seen him a couple of times. But he don't work on my job no more. He quit like a year ago. But I don't remember
Shoot,
him.
it's all good. Lord had that happen for a reason. Probably would have been a major scoffer or something.
I think he's a big talk. He was like, Mexican.
I got the scripture.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Appreciate it.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. For I think that God has set forth us as apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men.
Jake, old school.
Indeed.
Show him why you can, Jake.
Yeah. I mean, don't try to hold on to nothing. Don't try to cover nothing here, because what's coming in the kingdom gonna make all this look like doo-doo.
Yes, sir.
So don't try to cover nothing here. Not even family members.
You're gonna get them back in the kingdom regardless, if they make it or not on this side.
Yeah.
You know, that's what gives me peace, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember coming into the truth, I was like, dang, my family members are being niggas, man. I know they probably ain't gonna make it, but you know, it gave me peace. Growing older and older in this truth, realizing, you know, you're gonna have them back in the kingdom. You know, it's gonna be all good. Don't stress about that, Jake. Don't stress about it. But what the brother brought out, you know, we made a spectacle upon the world, you know, to the angels. Angels are looking down, they clapping their hands, they praising Yahweh outside. These people out here, they either looking at us crazy or they may take heed, man. You know, regardless, this word has to be preached. As it says in Matthew 24, you know, this word is going to go throughout the four corners of the earth, just roughly paraphrasing, and then the end shall come, you know? So pretty much we're the talk of the town, like Apostle Tahar did a video the other day, you know, vocab alone, keep Israel in your mouth, man. Because really, you making us famous, man.
Exactly. There's nothing you can do against the truth but
But
for the truth.
Yeah.
So we appreciate the free publicity vocab.
Yes, sir.
I don't get that guy. You know.
That's all you talk about. We're really, like the brother said, free publicity.
They say even the Egyptologists, Jakes, they talk about Israel all day.
Mm-hmm.
All day. You might as well come repent and join, man. Why you keep doing what you doing? All you talk about is us.
Now all this folly going on in Christian churches, vocab can't be found.
Nope. Nope.
But he too busy lying on us.
Pastor sleeping with all the wives in the
Right.
church. Where you at, Vocab? Why ain't you rebuking him?
He ain't got no smoke.
Nope.
No comment.
Nope.
No comment. He too busy trying to lie on us. But it's cool. I mean, he just digging his own hole.
Yes, sir.
Playing with his own blood. It ain't ours. Do you, homie?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to get that. Because really, you coming with offenses, false doctrine. You know, you really marking yourself.
False accusing.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's in the scriptures, man. That's in the law. Well, I forgot. You Christians say that the law is done away with.
But you're still tired.
Yeah. Come on. Matthew 18 and verse 6. But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it was better for him that a millstone were hang about his neck and that he would drown in the depths of the sea. So you offend the Lord's little ones, you're coming up with that false doctrine, false accusations, you know, trying to lump us all with, you know, say there's like a bug out Israelite trying to lump us all with him and his actions. No. You know, how would you like us, you know, lump you all with all the different Christians and Islamic beliefs? You know, you wouldn't like that, man.
Well, actually, they are.
They are.
Together.
Yeah, really.
All of them are cultic. They worshiping idols. That's a cult.
Yeah, we're justified in doing that to y'all, but you know, the Lord has these other Israelite camps, these other bug outs for a reason, because the Lord doesn't want everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you don't realize, what you don't get. I had something, brother. Matter of fact, laying back on that, verse 10, take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you that in heaven the angels do always behold the face of my Father which in heaven. So, you know, you offend one of the Lord's little ones, the Lord has these angels out here watching over us, man. And hey, they're going to go back into the Father. Hey, so-and-so did unto one of your elect. All right. How should we snipe this person out, man? How should we take him out? And, you know, when you read the scriptures in the heavens, you know, they devise plans and how they should get a certain person, man. Like they did King Ahab, I believe. You know, put a lying spirit in his prophets.
Yep.
You know, hey, the Lord can do that. That's righteous unto the Lord, man. Have your mind plagued? The Lord can do that. That's righteous unto the Lord. The Lord loveth judgment.
For some reason, Christians think that the Lord don't do no evil.
They think it's just Satan. No,
Not my Jesus.
Yep.
Kill me with that.
My God.
Not my Jesus. Okay. Name not Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he will do it.
Yes, sir.
Now, scripture in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23. It says, for Yahweh created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Talking about the Israelites. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil. So we was talking about vocab alone. It says, nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of this sign do finally see vocab is trying to deter a lot of Israelites from believing. And he ain't gonna do it to the elect, but if you're not the elect, and you're gonna fall by the wayside.
They're trying to rock them back to sleep.
Because that's really going back to the garden, you know, with you know, that so-called snake, which is not a snake, it's a person. You know, he tried to talk to Eve and Adam and try to get them to go off. That's really what that's going back to, because we was made to be immortal. We wasn't made to be under these heathens, to be under Esau either.
Matter of fact, laying back to what the brothers called out, Proverbs 3 and verse 5, trust in the Lord Yahweh YASHAMIAHLA with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. That's what you Christians are doing. You lean into your own understanding. Your pastor is breaking down the book all wrong. He ain't going precept upon precept. He's just going out his own asshole. Might as well, man.
Thoughts, feelings, emotions.
Yo, that's an MO. All right, and it says verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. be not wise in thy own eyes, fear the Lord and depart from evil. So, not supposed to be wise in your own eyes. You know, oh, I read the book, but you don't even know the breakdowns, man. You don't even know the milk. You come in here, you get the milk, and then you get the meat. You know, you don't be trying to rebuke us, and you ain't even got, you choking on the milk, man. That's what Vocab Malone is doing. He choking on the milk. Why? Because the word ain't for you. The word is given unto us. The Lord's only dealing with us. All right? Not the other nations. That's why they can't break down the book. That's why these pastors out here, they got the they go to the cemetery school. You know, they break down the book wrong. There's a judgment for that.
That's why I understand these Christians, they come up to us according to their feelings and thoughts and emotions. We lying, but they can't prove it. But we can prove everything we say. So, I mean, thoughts, feelings, and emotions has no place here. Because all we coming with is scriptures, history, and facts. That's it. That's all you need. The rest of it, leave it at home.
Right, this in Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9, it says, the heart, talking about your mind, is deceitful above all things, and that's wicked. You know it. So your mind, you know, it's the most wicked thing, man. You can't trust your own mind. That's why you're supposed to trust in God, because you will always lead down that right path. When you got your own thoughts and emotions, you don't go down the wrong path. You got to destroy it. Like these Christians, that's what they do every day.
Yeah, if it was up to us, you know, we was out there in the world, man. We would still be in living a sinful life without repenting, man. We'll be enjoying the lust and pride of sin, you know. That's why the Lord set up order. That's why the Lord gave us laws, statutes, commandments to follow. All right. But I got anything else? Probably come here close out.
I was looking at the front of his Tesla, Jake. Jake.
Yep.
She got a Q dog. You know, Helen is back on the planet. Be judged.
Yes, sir. Hey, they gonna get it, man. Trusting in Esau, Edom.
Q dog. Okay.
They love that fraternity stuff, man.
I was this close to pledging, but I'm glad I didn't.
My mother did. She was all happy about it.
I watched that movie on Netflix. I remember I told this brother about it when they beat you up. Why would you go through all this?
Hazing.
That ain't worth all this.
Just to say you in the club, man.
They trying to see if you gonna talk.
But if you get chastised from the Lord, you're gonna do that.
You got beard.
He got that Q dog thing on the front of his car. Yeah, man. Those fraternities and sororities, especially the sisters. Not all of them, but the majority of them, they think they shit don't stink. They think they queens. Woo. When some of their rituals, you got to get taken down through there by several men.
Yeah, that was on that movie I seen. The lady, she was sleeping with a whole bunch of dudes that was trying to join a fraternity. That's what they had to do. They all had to take their time with. That's wicked.
Yeah, they did that in street gangs, man.
Yep.
So how does that increase your value as a woman? It doesn't.
Red through.
Trotting down as a mire in the street.
Exactly. Why would you want somebody like that?
That done been with everybody that you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to see none of you.
No. No, man. See, that's why this kingdom got to go. That's as man, you know, we have qualities in a woman that we look for, and these women out here ran out, man. Ran down, ran through everything, man.
Broke, busted, and disgusted.
Yep. and they want to, and these women want to cry and say that they want a rich man, but how many men have you been with? They want a man that has this, and has that quality, but all we asking for is a woman that's a virgin, man. You can't even do that.
You gotta have every hole you got
Yeah. Oh man, but we gonna go ahead and end it right there. Lord willing, this was edifying. We give our praises, glory, and honor to the boss of the apostles, the boss of the elders, the great most on Reuben, Thomas is true, and the YASHAMIAHLA.
Shalom.